Hey everybody, how's it going? It has been a very long time since I have made a video, but today I will be giving my impressions slash review of the Nintendo Switch 2, the console itself. None of the games yet, but the console itself. And this thing's awesome. It is a beefy console. Um, it is everything I wanted Nintendo to do. The Switch 1, towards the end of its life cycle, was getting very dated. I would play games, mostly Nintendo exclusives, and enjoy those games because Nintendo just makes great games. But the downside was like the performance problems, and the Nintendo Switch 2 eradicates those performance issues. I've been playing Street Fighter 6, which is a Switch 2 launch title. I have been playing the Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 editions, and they are fantastic. And I've been dabbling in some backwards compatibility games like Mario Odyssey mainly, and Link's Awakening. I did a little bit of Super Mario 3D World, and I can report and say that they are very well performing on the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't have Mario Kart World yet. I'm not going to get into those reasons, but I have been playing a Switch 2 exclusive game, which is Street Fighter 6. It's out on other platforms, but I've been playing Street Fighter 6 mainly, and I gotta say, this console's a beast. Like, it can run games, and it's been fun. I've been playing online matches on Street Fighter 6 for the past few days. Like, that's been my main game. I thought I was gonna be playing a lot of Zelda, but I have been playing Street Fighter 6 religiously, and this is quite a console. I think Nintendo kind of undersold it a little bit, because like seeing the RE engine run on Switch and just Street Fighter 6 running at 60 FPS in handheld mode is crazy. It's quite extraordinary how they got that game to run, and especially considering that the online's been pretty good. Nintendo's really done a lot to make this console feel new while also being very familiar, and there's a lot of cool tech going on in the Switch 2. I'm not a very tech-centric person, but it's impressed me. I did boot up Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, and that has been a fun time. That is a very surprising game. It's just like a whole bunch of tech demos and mini games. It's basically just like a playable manual for the Switch 2, but it does give some like cool insight into the console itself, and I think that is a very cool game. It should have been a pack-in title. I don't know why Nintendo's charging $10, but it's $10 for a pretty cool game, and it's got some really great mini games in it and like cool tech demos that are really fun. So it is a surprise to me, because I thought it was just gonna be kind of just like, okay, whatever, this is just a big tech demo. But there's like really cool mini games in it, and I think it does have a lot of cool stuff going for it. I have seen reports. I haven't got to this section yet, but I have seen reports where you have to have a lot of the accessories to like actually fully enjoy the some of the mini games and sections. Like, you have to have the camera, the Pro Controller, and all that jazz, which is kind of like, this is kind of, I don't know how I feel about this one, but it's a really good introduction to the console, and has some cool stuff in it, and really cool uses of the Joy-Con to mouse mode. The Nintendo Switch 2 controllers, the Joy-Con controllers right here, these ones, we got this one and this one, they each have mouse sensors on it, so they could be used as a mouse, like on PC. And that's really cool. I've been wanting to try some stuff with it, and Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour does really have cool uses of said mouse functionality. I want to try Fortnite. There's like, because there's not a lot of games that really use it right now, and I think that's the biggest downside, I think, to the Switch 2. If you're not a huge fan of Nintendo, I would say wait for a few more games to come out. Mario Kart World is out, but with Mario Kart World being $80, and I haven't played it myself, so I can't really judge it. I would say just wait till there's a little bit more on the platform, unless you're like a die-hard fan of Nintendo. I think in the coming months, we'll hear more about games coming to the platform. And also the launch lineup is just a whole bunch of ports and remasters of older titles that have been on other consoles. Me personally, I never got around to Street Fighter 6, so that was worth it to me to have a portable version of Street Fighter 6, and I loved that game, so it was worth it to me. And as I'm mainly a Nintendo channel, I felt it was necessary to pick it up and play the Switch 2. And not to mention the addition of Nintendo GameCube games to the NSO service. That's a great addition. That is targeting me, who loves the GameCube, and being able to have Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, and Soul Calibur 2 with a playable Link on launch day is a really cool get. And the fact that I could play those games with my actual GameCube controller, I don't have the Nintendo Switch Online exclusive GameCube wireless controller. It sold out, so I couldn't get it. I missed my window to get it, and because I missed the email. But I've been playing GameCube games with my GameCube controller. It's been going smooth, and the selection's great for me. I mean, Wind Waker on launch day, I've been wanting Wind Waker on Switch since the entire span of the Switch 1 lifespan. I've been waiting. So now I have Wind Waker. I can play Wind Waker in bed on the Switch, and it's awesome. Having a convenient way to play Wind Waker is awesome. What else is there to say? I mean, I'm going to give the Nintendo Switch 2 a 9 out of 10. It is a great console, and especially if you're like a diehard Nintendo fan, I think you should pick it up. There's a lot there for you if you have an extensive Switch library. I would definitely pick up the Switch 2, and you're just looking to upgrade. This is the console for you. I will say, if you are on the fence and you are waiting for more, and you want more than just Mario Kart like me, I would say wait, pick it up, wait till there's more games. I think it's going to be really telling when Donkey Kong comes out. That's something that I'm looking forward to mostly. But as an early adopter, I'd say I think I have a lot of value out of this. Just because I have an extensive Switch library, and a lot of backwards compatible games that didn't get upgrades actually do run better. I tested Resident Evil and Resident Evil 0, and the load times are better, and the dog hallway in Resident Evil Remake no longer runs at like 20 frames a second. So it's great playing older games that kind of ran poor. But yeah, I think this console's great. I know I'm kind of like rambling. I'm just like getting like impressions off the top of my head. But yeah, this thing's beefy. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. That screen's huge. Let's turn it on real quick. Let's see, so I can show you. Look at that. It's a big screen. It's about like 7.9 inches. It's a beautiful screen. It's got HDR, and it runs at 120 frames a second on compatible games, obviously, and same with HDR compatible games only. But it's a really cool piece of tech. And to wrap it all up, I'd say it gets my seal of approval. I'm waiting on more games to come out, because I just need more than just Mario Kart at launch. I would like Nintendo to announce release dates for Metroid Prime 4 soon, and Donkey Kong Bonanza to get more info, and just have more to look forward to. And just as like a little note to the side, just as a note to end, this is something that I thought about when watching Summer Games Fest. Is there were a lot of games that were announced that did not get announced for Nintendo Switch 2, and it was a little what's the word? It was a little frightening to not see a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 games announced, because this console is powerful enough to run a lot of games that are getting announced nowadays. Like, it could run it. This thing could run anything a Steam Deck can. Kinda, maybe. I've heard that report that this game, that the Switch 2 should be able to run anything that can run on Steam Deck. So to see that there's a lot of games that are absent, especially coming from Xbox, because Xbox said that they were going to support Switch 2, and there's just not a lot going for it. I wonder if that's because Nintendo wants to announce those ports on their own time, which would make sense. But I do feel a little weary about no games being announced. Like when Resident Evil 9 was announced, I was like, here we go, it's gonna come out on Switch 2. Nothing on Resident Evil 9 coming to Switch. But just something to think about. I would definitely wait to see what else gets announced. I know we have some other games that are on the horizon that have been announced for Switch 2, but the fact that a majority of the games that were shown at Summer Games Fest don't have Switch 2 versions planned is a little worrying. As someone who just purchased this console, I pre-ordered this back in April. It's like I need to see more games. It's a little worrying, but nothing to scoff at, because I'm mainly playing Nintendo games on Switch 2. But after playing Street Fighter 6, I would like to see more games come to the platform, and not just ports. Like, I would like to see day-and-date releases on Switch 2, because it is very possible to get it running. There's no longer that Switch 1 problem. This console is very capable of running games. I just would like to see some support for it. And also, Resident Evil. Bring these games over. I want to play Resident Evil on Switch 2. But yeah, that's about it. Leave a comment if you picked up a Switch 2. Let me know what you think about the platform. Leave a like. It helps out a ton. And yeah, looking forward to hearing what people think about the Switch 2. 2 thumbs up for me. Crisp 9 out of 10. Great console. But with the asterisk of need to see more games before buying. Because I would do that if you're not a diehard Nintendo fan. Definitely wait for more games to be announced before deciding to pick this up. But yeah, see you later. Bye.